Hey gang, I'm gonna do a quick review. A Microtech Halo, a clone, a fake, a counterfeit, whatever you want to call it. And I'm gonna talk about it, is it worth buying this, okay? And again, I have a piece of gold here because you don't have to spend all your money to get this versus like a real Halo, because this is a real Halo that I have right here. And I spent $750 for this one. I spent $61 with this, and I'm blown away with the quality of this fake knife, guys, for $61. First of all, listen to this. Nothing. Listen to this. Okay, this is the real one, guys. This is the real one. Now, this is the real one that cost me $750. Look at the lines here. See how there's an opening here? See, here's really nice, and it starts opening up both sides. You can even see light through it. Okay, you can see the other side through it right there. You see where it's yellow? Okay, now look at this one. Nothing. Nothing. Okay, again, this is made in China. Everyone talks shit about Chinese. This is made in America, right? And you can see the opening on this one, guys. Okay, all right, right there. You can see it right there. Okay, so this is not the review about the real deal, but my experience is that I've owned $2,270 of Microtech, real ones. I've owned 2 Ultratechs, a UTX 85, and a Halo. So I have a lot of experience in Microtech OTF, and I do also have this one, which is a Microtech, but this is a fixed blade. So I'm doing this review from a lot of experience and a lot of years of ownership, okay? And I can tell you guys, this fake one is pretty darn good, man, pretty darn good, especially that it's only $61. Now, I don't have a horse in this race. I don't care, either way. I'm just telling you the truth. And the disclaimer is, I bought this knife with my own money. I bought this knife with my own money. I bought all these knives with my own money. These are not loaners from the dealer, the knife dealer. These are not loaners from the manufacturer. So that's why I get to be honest and have no fluff, tell you the way it is. When I first saw this knife, I was very, very impressed with it. I mean, amazingly. I mean, like if you look on here, you can't even see the crack. You can see where the split is, but there's no, it's just put in perfectly, guys. Perfectly. It's like amazing. Okay. And I just can't believe I paid $61 for this knife, right? Every time it fires, it hasn't never misfired. Okay. Very small amount of play. Here's the real one. It has a little bit more play, I would say, than the fake one, guys. And maybe because this one has an opening, I have to send this in. I just bought this knife about, I don't know, guys, 14 days ago, and I have to send it in for repairs or warranty, because you can see the opening. You can even hear it, okay? So that's what happens with the real one. And I bought this for $61. There's no noise, right? There's very little play. And again, it was only $61. I mean, look at this bad boy, okay? So I'm the type of guy that goes out of my ways to buy American-made goods. Now, if you've been watching my YouTube channel for a while, you know that I go my way to buy American-made goods. All my knives are made in America. I've only have, this will be my second fake Chinese-made knife. All the other ones, like Benchmade, Microtech, they're all made in America. I'm a minimalist, so I don't have a lot of stuff, and when I do, I try to buy the very best of it because I like stuff that lasts. I don't care if I have to pay a lot of money for it, as long as it lasts, okay? But, I paid $750 for this one, and I regret it because it's already missed craftsmanship in this. I have to send it in. I just bought it. It wasn't screwed in properly, okay? When you run your hands over, you can feel it out. You run your hands over this one, nothing. It's all in, okay? And this is amazing, guys, okay? For the price of it, it's freaking amazing. Now, one thing is, this steel is not as good as this steel, right? And of course, I paid $750 for this. Of course, I understand that something's going to be missing. This is probably a D2, or this is the M390, right? So I know that there's something different from this, right? That this is not as high as quality as steel. But everything else is amazing quality. The functionality, the way it fires, it has never misfired. It doesn't go in, right? There are people that say, hey, you buy these fake ones, you can't stab anything. Well, I got to disagree. I've stabbed a couple of things with it, and it hasn't folded on me. I'm pushing as hard as I can, right? I'll even abuse it more and give you guys updates. But this is truly amazing for the price. I mean, truly amazing for the price. And for someone that owns a lot of Microtech, you should watch my review of 2 Ultratechs that I've owned for 4 years. An honest review should be popping up somewhere around here, okay? But man, if you want to own this, you're gonna have to cut your ounce of gold in half and pay half of it to the dealer in Microtech to own this. If you want to own this, it only takes maybe like 10, maybe 5% of this to own this. So if you break this, or if it gets damaged or whatever, you can buy 6 or 7 of these, right, for the price of one, of this one. And a lot of people say, well, Microtech is an amazing warranty, lifetime warranty. And let me tell you about this story, guys. I've owned, again, 2 Ultratechs, one UTX 85. My UTX 85 broke on me in 7 days, or less than 14 days, to be on the safe side. And I had to send them in. The Ultratech broke for me. I had to send it into warranty. I had to send it in 3 different times for them to fix the same exact problem, which they never fixed for me. Okay, so it ended up I had to sell that knife at a deep discount because I didn't want to send it in for the 4th time, because every time I send it in, it cost me like 20 bucks or more. I have to wait 4 to 6 weeks, and they don't even repair it. All right, they'll say they repaired it, but the problem was never ever fixed. And so I ended up saying I'm never going to buy another Microtech. But then I bought this Microtech fixed blade, and this thing is a beauty, right? And I fell back in love with Microtech, and I said, let me try to buy this Halo. And I bought this Halo, man, and I'm regretting it because this is a cheap knockoff. There are other companies that have higher quality knockoff, and I'm wondering, man, if this is $61, there's another company called VESPA, and they're charging 120 bucks for a high quality knockoff, and I'm like, damn, how's a high quality knockoff gonna feel like? Because this low quality knockoff is amazing, right? So let's talk about a little about this knife. They both fire amazingly, right? They both fire amazingly. This one fires harder, but this is a Halo 6, so there might be a stronger spring in this. I don't have a clone Halo 6. This is a clone Halo 5. This is the real Microtech. Again, let me show you the receipt, guys. I bought this for $7.50. Right there. There you go. Right there. Okay. All right. So I bought this for $7.50. I haven't been too happy with it. I have to send it in for repairs. I'm gonna have to do it in the next couple of days. Now, so I ordered this one. I'm wondering, is it worth buying a knockoff? And man, you know what? I think it is. I really think it is, because there are so many people that are working class Americans and they work hard for their money. And I couldn't recommend them to get a $750 knife because for me, it wasn't great. I had to send it back in because quality, the craftsmanship wasn't good. So I couldn't recommend someone to buy 750 bucks when I know there's one that's 8 times cheaper, 7 times cheaper, and it works as good as the other one. Sure, the actual blade quality might not be the best, but then there's other companies that have knockoffs that give you the same exact blade for a few bucks more, right? So I didn't want to go that route because, you know, before this, I've never owned any knockoff or fake stuff. I always bought the real stuff. And what allowed me to buy a fake knife was this. I bought this fake knife, right? I bought this fake knife, and then the same night I placed 2 knives. And it took a month for them to get here, but I couldn't wait, so I went and bought the real knife, right? And then I have to now send this back in. But here's another fake knife that I bought at the same time as this. This one I ordered from Wish. This one I ordered from AliExpress. Now, this one was a shitty knockoff. You can see there's a color discoloration from this one to this one. But besides that, I mean, it works perfectly. Okay? And if you look here, you can see that how great is put together. You can't even see the separation, right? Now, look at this one. This again, guys, this cost me $7.50, right? You can see the separation right there, right? Okay. Look at this one. It's just like, you can see where it is, but there's no separation versus this, okay? So, but this was, I wasn't happy with this knockoff because of the color differences. I mean, this one, the blade was not sharp when it came out at the factory. I paid $61 for this one. But this one, when I got it, I was like, holy moly, man. I mean, the colors are just amazing on it. Everything's perfect. So it goes that there's different levels of knockoffs. So the hard thing is to find a knockoff that is, I guess, good. Now let's talk about, some people say, Mike, well, you're not supporting American. Yeah, I do. I go out of my way to buy American-made stuff. But just like Toyota came and kicked Chevy and Ford butt because Ford and Chevy were all focused about profit margin and they were putting out shitty quality cars, and now no longer is Ford or Chevy making cars. They're only making SUVs and trucks because they can't compete with a Honda. They can't compete with a Toyota because of their lifespan. You can get 300,000 miles on a Toyota, but you can't get that in a Ford Focus or anything like that. So, I love to buy American-made stuff. I go out of my way. Again, all my knives besides these two that I just recently bought all in one night are the only two that's fake knives. But all the other ones I spend thousands of dollars in American-made stuff. But I can tell you that my perception has changed now, right? I'm going to think about it twice if I have to spend $700 on another knife where I can get one for $60. I mean, $60, $61. Okay, I'm gonna think about it twice because before I used to think that, man, I buy American made, I'm supporting our workers, and they're really working really hard to make my stuff really good. But now I'm coming to a realization that this is just a scheme for them. This is marketing for them. They don't have the best stuff, right? But they have the best marketing. They're hiring influencers on YouTube. They're bribing them by giving them free knives, maybe money, who knows? And for them to do raving reviews. How do I know that? My sister works for companies, and her only job is to do that. They have another person that lady's only job is to do this. There are people at businesses, their only position is to go and write reviews and go find influencers and maybe come and troll on my videos to make it seem like I'm the bad guy when they're getting paid by probably Microtech to sit here and talk crap, right? Or to go recruit influencers. How do I know? Because I know the industry. I'm a YouTuber. People are emailing me for me to do raving reviews, and they'll pay me or they'll give me free stuff. And I never go for it because I don't want to just get people stuff and give people raving reviews. I'd rather work for my money. I'd rather invest my money. I'd rather risk my own money. And if I risk it and it was a bad product, I'm going to tell the world about it. If it was a good product, I'm going to tell the world about it. But I can tell it to honestly versus being a charlatan, right? Versus being a fraud. That's why I'm Mr. No Fluff. And I know a lot of companies and people are going to hate on me. They probably work for Microtech. They're probably recruiters of Microtech. They're probably robots, bots, right? Because if you're honest with yourself, who the hell wants to pay $750 and then send your knife in less than 14 days for warranty, where you can get a cheap one, dude? Okay? Now, if you buy from this company, I don't get any money. If you buy from this company, I don't get any money. I don't have a horse in the race. I don't care. I'm just telling you, for me, the next time, I like Microtech. Before I used to say I love Microtech because I loved some of the designs they do, but quality control, man, is just putting them to shame because they want me to split off of half of my gold, and then they're gonna give me some shit that's worth IKEA level. It's only worth Hyundai level, but they want to charge Ferrari prices. That doesn't make sense. You're gonna charge Ferrari prices, you better deliver Ferrari performance, right? And that's my beef, I guess. And I've listened to because I told myself I'm never gonna buy another Microtech. Because I had bought 3 Microtechs, 2 of them broke out the front, and I said I'm never going to spend that kind of money. But then I bought this one because I listened to the owner of the Microtech and how he said he started from an apartment, and I'm an entrepreneur. I never had a job, so I sympathized with him, so I bought this knife, and I was very happy with this knife, which allowed me to buy a second knife for $750, and I'm not too happy with this knife, guys. And again, that's what led me into buying fakes, because if I was truly happy with the Ultratech that I had bought, I would never bought another knife from a different company. I would continue buying knives because since that time I bought many other knives, but it hasn't been from Microtech. And I would never bought my very first fake knife because I wanted to buy a combat shoot on, but I didn't want to spend that kind of money and realize that I don't want it. So I said, let me get a fake one and see if I like it. And guess what? I carried it for a couple of days. It's like, nah, this is not what I want. So I saved myself $400, $470, right? But I would never done that if my Ultratech was amazing, right? Again, I think the companies are bringing it to themselves. Now people can talk bad about me saying I'm not an American, I don't support this and this and this. But you got to be honest with yourself. Do you want to spend Ferrari money to get focus, a Ford Focus? No. If you're spending high quality money, that's great. I don't have problems with brands that are expensive. I like buying expensive stuff, right? But I equate expensive to high quality. I don't want to pay expensive for shitty quality. I'll stick with the Chinese. But in this case, the Chinese are even making better quality. And I don't know if this is just my luck. But again, how can it be my luck? I bought so far 4 OTF, 2 of them been lemons. Right off the bat, like less than 30 days, guys, they've been lemons. So how can that be my luck? I'm the consumer. It's just a random. I bought from different dealers. So if someone's really thinking about spending that kind of money, I would first say, hey, get yourself a knockoff. See if you like it before getting an expensive one. Now, who is this knockoff for? It could also be good for a collector, right? Someone that's a collector, right? It's good for the everyday man, the construction worker, the mover, the businessman. It's good for anyone. It's great because you can abuse it. You can actually use it. And guess what? If it breaks, you can buy 7 or 8 more and you still will be ahead, right? If you buy 5 more of these, you'll still be ahead $200, okay? Now let's talk about the sheath. The only thing I didn't like about this knife was the sheath, guys. The sheath, when it goes in, right, it's hard to take out. You got to really put some effort into it to get it out, okay? And it could just be because it's brand new. I just got this knife. Maybe after a couple of months, it'll get much better. It seems like it's getting a little bit better by using it, okay? Where I got to really you can see how red my finger is getting by the force I got to put in, notice, right, to get it out. Now, without a doubt, this sheet was designed much better for Microtech. But damn, I spent $750 for this. Look at this one. Just easily comes out. You can see that my hand doesn't get that much red. Easily comes out. So there are benefits to getting the real deal. Better quality sheath, better quality steel. Now, I'm on the fence about the quality of the knife. Because again, I got a cheap one. You can see the craftsmanship difference, right? So I'm on the sideline on that. But this one feels a little bit heavier, but maybe the Halo 5s were lighter than the Halo 6. I don't know because I don't have a real Halo 5, but I do have a real Halo 6. This one fires harder, but maybe because the Halo 6 have a stronger spring versus the Halo 5, but I haven't had any misfires. It fires like a charm. So I think that if you're a hardworking American, you're a small business owner, maybe the cologne will work for you, right? Maybe it's work for you. If you're a collector, if you're a knife, nerd, if you're a knife, picky guy like myself, then you might want to go with the real one, right? Because you're getting the real deal. You're getting a really good steel. Feels really good. It fires real good. But I'm iffy on the warranty, and I'll keep you guys updated once I do the warranty from the past. And I'm also iffy on the craftsmanship because, again, 50% bad apples out of 4 is not a good statistics, guys. It's not a good odds, okay? And it's kind of shame because I love Microtech and I like to buy more. But now I may buy more, but I think I'm going to buy some colognes before I buy the real deal to verify if I want it. And if the clone impresses me, I might not even buy the real deal until things change, right? And I know I'm going to get a lot of hate. I'm going to get a lot of hate on this video. I think probably half of them are going to be from Microtech employees or their IT guys. That's all they do, go leave reviews and hire influencers. Or it could be their dealers that hate it because I'm sure when they sell you know, one of these knives, they're getting 50% commissions on that, you know, because the profit margin is so high, right? But if people are going to call this a scam, I have to call this as a scam too, because you're charging so much of high profit margin, right? Because you're the most expensive OTF and the quality is low, and that's what the problem is. Now some people say, Mike, if you open it up, it's going to be different. There's you know, the logo's a little different. Dude, those things are just BS, right? I'm going to do a long-term review on this. 4 or 5 years later, I'm going to keep you guys updated and see what it is. But you know, again, I just got this on a scale of 1 to 10. I give this thing a 10, guys. I haven't had any problems with it. When I first got this on a scale of 1 to 10, I would only give it a 9 because I had those problems. Those things were already up. I could see the line here. But after having it and using it even more, I'm gonna have to go down to like a 7 or 8, guys, because now I gotta ship it back in. I thought I could just screw it myself and it'd be great, but it's not. I gotta ship it back in. I gotta pay $20. I gotta pay 4 to 6 weeks, and I gotta pray, cross my fingers that, guess what? They're not going to scratch my knife because I haven't even cut anything with it. But oh well. So I guess my story will save someone else's butt and someone else's money. But overall, I like this clone. I know I'm gonna catch some hate. I would buy it again. I'm actually gonna buy some more from this dealer that I got it from. Again, some clones are not gonna be as good. Look at this one. That's the risk. But again, if this is gonna cost 8 times less, I could go buy 2 of these and one of them probably would be good. And I'll still save myself a lot of money, okay? But if you're really a knife guy, then you probably don't want a fake one. You want the real one. If you're the average Joe, you want to just try it out. You think, a lot of people said this is a novelty. I totally disagree, dude. This is the real deal, man. I mean, it doesn't go anywhere, okay? I'm going to abuse it and I'll let you guys know, but I don't think this is a novelty. I'm carrying this every day for cutting food, for now since I only pay $61 for this, I can really cut into cantaloupe and cut into coconuts and really abuse it and see what happens, right? But damn, this is a really nice knife, guys, for such an affordable price. And it shames me that Chinese companies are creating better quality knives than American-made companies. And I think it's gonna catch up with them one day, dude. Just like Ford and Chevy learned, other manufacturers are going to learn, because in this world of free commerce, it's hard to hide the truth. It's hard to hide the truth, guys. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment below. Let me know your thoughts. Peace.